Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. Today I'm reviewing Another Round. So Another Round is a Danish film that is starring Mads Mikkelsen. It's a story about four friends who work at a school in Copenhagen. And they're having a little bit of trouble in their lives. They're dealing with some family issues, some work issues. And they stumble upon this concept from a famous psychiatrist that people should have a little bit of alcohol in their system at all times. People should constantly be, a little drunk, a little buzzed. Make their life easier. They'll be more courageous. They'll be more outgoing. They'll be more relaxed. So they decide to test it out. They test it out initially with having 0.05% blood alcohol content. So it's like one or two beers is basically their concept of what they're trying to be like baseline almost all the time. Well, during working hours. So they set up some rules. So right off the bat, you need to know that they're not drinking on the weekends and they're not drinking after 8 p.m. They're only working during the day. They're running off of a lot of famous people, Ernest Hemingway, Winston Churchill. So they use them as a template to kind of succeed in this mission of trying this out. And I have to say, when you first hear the premise of this movie, it sounds absolutely ridiculous. It's just going to be this goofy, ridiculous film. And while it does have that at a lot of different times, it has a lot of hard-hitting moments and it has a lot to say about the powers of alcohol, whether it be positive, negative, and the effects of alcoholism on someone's life. This movie does get really, really dark. While it does have some comedic moments and some very lighthearted moments, it has some really dark moments as well. So I was interested going into it that it has almost a dark comedy quality to it. But on top of that, I feel like it has something for almost anyone who's going to check out a movie like this. It has some, like I said, has some comedy to it. It has a lot of heart to it at times as well. It also has some really dark moments and some really deep moments. So I think there is a lot to be had by everybody. If you're going into seeing a heavy drama, you do get some moments of that. If you're going to see a lighthearted kind of dark comedy, you're going to have moments of that. And you're going to have some really good performances, particularly from Mads Mikkelsen. This movie has jumped into probably the top 5 films of the year for me so far. I think that he gives a phenomenal performance. And there is a scene where he just has some outrageous dance moments that sounds strange. This movie sounds really weird on its face, but that alone is worth the price of admission, in my opinion. One of the reasons why Mads Mikkelsen's performance is so good is because you see this transformation. As a guy who's, he's kind of depressed, he's very quiet, he's very self-reserved, he's not very confident, and he's struggling in his professional and personal life. And watching him transform into this larger-than-life, bombastic guy, seeing his transformation alone is impressive just by that. You get to see his interpersonal relationships, and Mads really does a job of shifting from a very quiet, somber guy to this larger-than-life party animal. So I think that was really the testament to his ability to act. But I do like how the director of this movie, Thomas Vinterberg, spoke about how he wants to make a movie that's kind of a tribute to alcohol. And like I said, all the things that go along with that. And I think he really succeeds in that. You see how alcohol affects different people in different ways, how it can have some seemingly positive effects on your life, but then it can have some drastically devastating effects on a different person or even yourself, depending on your consumption and how you handle it and what road it leads you down. And I do like that it has a case study of that. You get to see different people, different walks of life, different individuals, and how it could vastly change how they act because of how much they consume. They do take a pretty simple premise on its face and make it very interesting and very compelling. And this movie does just keep you totally engrossed. It isn't a super short movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it keeps it going. It has a very kinetic energy to it. The cinematography is very kinetic. And I like how they contrast the quiet, kind of somber, sober moments, if you will, to the over-the-top, insane, drunken moments of the film. They're able to really capture that through the kinetic energy used in the camera work. And I have to say, this movie is entirely in Danish, so if you're someone who struggles watching foreign films all with subtitles, you might not enjoy it too much. I personally really enjoyed it. I do like foreign films. I think that having the subtitles actually adds something to the movie. You really get to dive into the dialogue and really bite into the material and see everything that the actors are saying. I even watch some films that are in English with subtitles because I think it gives you a little bit extra when it comes to the movie. So if you're someone who's a little weary about it, I definitely recommend you jump into it. You just try to check it out. It's one of my favorite foreign films in recent years, so definitely it's something I would recommend. So if I were to rate this movie, I would actually give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I did not know what it was going into it. I had literally no idea. I jumped into it. I really enjoy Mads Mikkelsen. He's one of my favorite actors working today. So that alone made me want to watch it, and his performance is phenomenal. Definitely worth checking out. Like I said, that dancing scene, top notch. But all in all, just a really interesting movie with a lot of hard-hitting moments, a lot of lighthearted moments. I love the blending of dark comedy as well as some really serious drama. So I do like that all encapsulated into one film. So let me know if you check out Another Round, what you think about it. I'm really interested to see what people think about this movie because it's a little strange and I don't know how it would hit certain people because some of the material, like I said, is a little heavy and some of it is a little lighter. So I'll be interested to see what people think about it. But again, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and see you guys next time.